What's happening, peeps and peepettes? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. This is going to be a video where we are going to check out the new bundle that Cryptic has released. The cross-faction temporal warship bundle tier 6. Now, there is some kind of like coupon up here that you can use 50% off. I have no idea what that coupon is all about. It says right here, one time the 50% off Tier 6 ship coupon. I'm gonna let it be what it is. You guys probably in the comment section are going to let me know what that is all about, because I have no idea. But we are going to do a review on all of these ships. We're going to do the review starting off in this video for the Federation, and then we can do the Klingon and Romulan, and then the Jem'Hadar. If there is a need for it, let me know in the comment section below so I can do the review about that, because I'm going to buy the entire bundle, so I'm going to have access to all 4 of them. If you guys let me know, and there is a lot of you guys out there to see all of the other ships, I'm definitely going to do a review about that. Currently, there is a 20% off sale on these ships because they just released it yesterday. Today is Friday at the time of this recording, and they released it on Thursday. So there is a sale right here, 20% off. It was for 1,000 Zen, so basically 2,000 Zen for each of these ships. And you know, if you buy the bundle, you're gonna get a discount right here, so 6,400 of these things. So no, before I'm gonna do that, have you guys seen the dilithium exchange? Look at this thing. This thing is going crazy. 439 dilithium for 1 Zen. And they did change it, so they did increase the numbers. It used to be 400, now it's 500. So I think STO is just getting more and more expensive in all kinds of ways. But anyway, that is my thought. Let me just continue buying these things for 640, and there we go. Tier 6, the ship thingy-majig. Tier 6 coupon. Wait a minute. Okay, so the coupon is... let me just get more detail. Unpack this item to obtain a tier 6 coupon that grants 50% off to any tier 6 ships in the Zen store. Cannot be traded, cannot be sold. Okay, so if you buy the pack that I just did, where is it? On sale. Ship bundles. Anyway, the pack that I just bought, you're also going to get this is a coupon, so that kind of explains the first part of the video. So this is going to be 50% off to any tier 6 ship in the Zen store. That is cool. That is nice. That is something that they're giving us back for all of the purchases that we're doing. So that's what is she doing? Yeah, I'm basically getting distracted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Earth Space Dock, make this my current starship, and see what kind of customization we're going to get. I'm going to be able to do with this ship, and also read a little bit about the backstory, the statistics and all that. So I'll be right back with you guys. So we are at Earth Space Dock right here. I am going to read a little bit of a backstory that Cryptic has provided us for this particular ship. It kind of is looking flat. Kind of reminds me of, if you see it like this, it's kind of like zoomed out. You kind of compare it to a shuttlecraft. It's like, what is up with that? But anyway, this is going to be the backstory that Cryptic has provided us, a little bit of like, you know, how this ship is come to be and what it's all about. So it says right here, you already have this item in your inventory. That's really good. The Edison Temporal Warship represents the next step for forward in the airline ship design. Threatened to the Galaxie continues to amaze, amending every vigilant answer every vigilant answers. The Edison class is Starfleet answer to these threats. An update of a more tactical mind vessel from Starfleet's past. The Edison is ready with superior firepower to starve off any threats to the Federation and those they sworn to protect. The Edison Temporal Warship Tier 6 comes equipped with the Entangled Quantum Bombardment Universal Console. When you activate this console, your ship will launch a quantum lace projectiles at foes in front of you for several seconds. These projectiles entangle their quantum signature with particles inside of your foe's shielding, allowing them to bypass shielding entirely and explode in a large area with each impact. This console also provides a passive boost to phaser, polaron, or plasma energy weapon damage based on your faction. The Starship Exotica Part Generator and EPG basically. This console may equip to any console slot on any starship, but only one of these consoles at any given time. And you can actually see these consoles right here. Now all of the numbers that you guys are seeing, this is based on my character. You guys can have like a totally different number, so we're going to see that more in action in a later stage. So after achieving level 5 in your Edison Temporal Warship Starship Mastery, you will unlock one of the following starship traits based on your faction. The Heart of Soul is basically for the Federation. The Pride of the Molrihan is for the Romulans amongst us, and Persistence of the Founders basically for the Jem'Hadar, and there should be one for the Klingons here as well. I have no idea why they have not put that up here, but it's basically the same trait in across all of the factions. Right here it says, while this trait is slotted activating attack pattern beta or any temporal operative bridge officer ability, you will gain a boost to energy weapon haste and one of phaser, polaron, or plasma weapon damage based on the trait unlocked for a short duration. Now, if we hover over this thing, it says right here, temporal operative abilities grants damage, an increasement in damage, and also weapon haste. So beta or any temporal operative bridge officer ability will give us 10% in firing cycle haste, so your weapons are going to fire faster. For energy-based weapons for the next 20 seconds, and also +5 bonus to phaser damage for the next 20 seconds. And phaser, because we are Federation right here, the Klingons are going to get disruptors, and the Romulans are going to get plasma, and the Jem'Hadar polaron. So that's really cool of them to incorporate that. Temporal starship are capable of making subtle alteration to the molecular level through the use of molecular reconstruction. This technology allows starship to assume one of the 3 different configuration: defense, offense, and support. Each configuration has their own strengths and weaknesses. Each of these configurations generate their own specific counter. Up to 6 counters can be generated at any time. These counters are used to fuel your molecular reconstruction beam. Now, you guys probably have seen this thing in action, so I'm not going to read all about this entire block right here, and I'm just going to go to the statistics right here. So we got a whole modifier of 0.9 that scales with your level. So you basically can use this ship. Basically, if you are making a new character, you can use this ship as well, and then, you know, level this ship with your character, and you can basically use it for you know, to level up another alt that you're doing. It has a shield modifier of 1.15 and has 5 weapons on the front and 3 on the aft. You guys can actually see it right here: 5 on the front, 3 on the aft. A little bit lower, a little bit. It has room for 3 devices right here. The bridge officer station, I'm going to showcase that in a later stage on the video, so stay tuned for that. Console modification: 5 tactical, 3 science, and 2 engineering that also scales with your level. So when you are you know, level 11, 12, 13, whatever, that's low level, you're going to get less slots. And when you increase in level with your character, you're also going to get more console slots, more rooms, and also more weapon slots. So we got 5 tactical, 3 science, and 2 engineering, and that's kind of cool. It has a base turn rate of 14 degrees per second. It is a warship, so it is close to a escort type ship. Keep that in mind. This thing is going to turn like crazy. Impulse modifier of 0.2 with an inertia rating of 55. Now, standard default, this thing has plus 10 to weapon power, plus 5 to engine power, and also plus 5 to auxiliary power. Console, that universal. This thing is the Entangled Quantum Bombardment. Very nice. Also molecular reconstruction, that molecular reconstruction beam. Can load the dual cannons, dual heavy cannons, like it is set up right here. Very cool. To give you guys an idea, this thing is an escort, so you basically, you know, go face to face with your enemy and then, you know, dish out all of your weapon towards them. Console, the universal slot, we already talked about that. Also starship ability package, a warship. So we got precise weapon system, that's a level 1 if you level the mastery right here, plus 5 in accuracy. Level 2 is going to give you plus 15 in critical severity. Wow, that's really high. 2.5 in critical chance. And also level 4 is going to give you 10 in kinetic and energy based damage. And level 5 is not unlockable starship trait, the Heart of Soul. The Heart, what was the other ones? Of Morihan, what was it? Pride of Rihan, and the Persistence of the Founders. Across all of the board. Oh, it says right here. That is these traits. Now, I also want to give you guys a different variant of this thing, and that is the fleet variant. If I can actually go there. So there is some kind of unique feature that has to do with the fleet variant. If you want to purchase one of these fleet modules that I have right here, you can actually upgrade this thing to be a fleet variant. Now you can also use, you know, the different variants that you already own. Basically, the one thing that I don't own is the fleet variant, because I'm actually at the current maximum number of ships that I have. The difference between a fleet and a normal variant is that you're going to get a increasement in, if I can right here. So it says right here that you're going to get 4 of these science console slots, and the normal one has only 3. So you're going to get an upgrade to that. You're also going to get an upgrade into a hull. And shield is going to be increased. Now this shield modifier of 3.37 is not correct. I can tell you that it's not that high. We only wish that was that high, 3.37. But you're definitely going to get an upgrade in that, and also base hull. But that's about it. You're not going to get anything more. So you're going to get a enhancement in your science console slot, base hull, and shield modifier. And then, you know, basically your ship is going to be more beefier, more, you know, it's going to deal a little bit more science power, if science damage, if you go that route. But that's about it for the introduction to this ship, what it is all about. Also the fleet variant, if you wanna upgrade this thing. Right now, I'm going to head over to the customization and see what kind of customization we can do with this thing. And after that, we're going to head into space, do some comparison, and take this thing into battle. So I'll be right back with you guys. So we are at the customization part. This is how it looks like. We have 2 different templates, the Hoover that I kind of think it's more menacing looking than the Edison. The Edison is more of a slick design. I very much like the saucer section right here, and then just the engineering part with the deflector dish and the nacelles. basically smack down in the middle, and then just, you know, a little bit over the girth of the length of the saucer. Kind of like it. It's meant to be a warship, so it should be very tiny, basically just like an escort ship. Very nice. I kind of really enjoy the deflector dish housing right here. It kind of looks like a hologram, kind of like, you know, defensive posture. Very nice. Very nice. And you also get the Hoover if you have that unlocked. I really enjoy the spinning Bussard collectors there. Very nice. And this entire bottom section kind of looks like the Vengeance. Very menacing. Anyway, we do have some kind of new interior with, I mean, it's not the new, it's the Aquarius interior. I am going to showcase this because it's kind of cool. And I know some of you guys, I know one of you guys are really interested in the bridge tour, so I'm definitely going to showcase that. But this is how the ship looks like. I mean, definitely a Federation in its design, Federation coloring, very cool. You can see it upside down right here. Kind of looks interesting as well, upside down. This is the rear, this is the back, the front, the top, left, and right. Kind of like all of them. So we do have different window types, and the window types are situated right here at the saucer section. So I'm going to go to the first one, and that's the Hoover. And I'm going to get over I'm going to switch over between the Hoover and Type 1. So if you guys look at this particular section right here where all of the windows are, and I'm going to go back and forth for you guys so you guys see the differences of the customization that we can do about the windows between the Hoover and Type 1. And then I'm going to go to Type 1 and Type 2 so you guys can see the differences between them. Kind of liking the Type 2 to be more appealing to me. You got Type 2 and Type 3 right here. And then Type 3 and Type 4. 4 is not even showing up really good, but it's there. And then 5. And then 5 and 6. And somehow we get to Type O or Type 0. I'm kind of liking Type 2 to be honest. But I'm just going to leave it at Type 1 because I'm going to cancel all of the changes that I'm going to do right here. So, you know, we're going to get the experience out of the box. Whoa, lots of different material types. Look at these. Ooh, Discovery Area, the NX Refit, Type 0 upgrade, 8B. 8A, Veteran, wow, so many. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Discovery Area Type 1 material type right here, kind of like very darkish. Type 2, we got a lot of patterns right here. We got a reflective surface. Kind of like this part. I don't know what this is. Is this like one of those warp core hatches where you can actually release the warp core? But then why does it have it up here? Right? And then Type 3. Type 4. I am liking Type 4. Now that sound that you just heard, that is just somebody PMing me. If this is you, I do apologize, but I'm making a review, so I'm not I'm not going to feature you in this video. I do apologize for that, but sometimes I do record and it's not like I don't want to give you guys an answer back, but you know, this is taking precedent at this time. So I do apologize for that. But this is the Discovery Area Type 5. I kind of like the yellowish trim and with the red trim right here as well, all over the saucer section. Kind of like it. It's nice. Type 6. Very cool. I love the blue, the white blue. Very nice color. This kind of looks like of a warship to me, more this pattern than, you know, the other ones. All right, so we got the NX version. Kind of looks cool. NX refit. Really white. And here's underneath. Wow, wow, look at this. I never saw this part right here. What is that? Is that where the engine exhaust is? Or not the engine exhaust, the impulse engine exhaust. Wow. You know, seeing this part also makes me wonder if this thing has like a saucer separation. Oh, that would be cool. Type 0, so basically the James T. Kirk version. If you want your ships to be like that, featured in STO as well, you can always use type 1. So we got the upgrade version. That's nice. That is definitely a very cool design right here. I like the design, definitely. We got type 8B. Type 8B on the Edison Warship from the Temporal lockbox. Type 7, I believe this is how the ship comes out of the box. Yeah, I think that's it. Type 6, whoa, that's really bright on my screen. Has to do with the reflective surfaces of this thing is really high. Type 5. Also highly reflective. Type 4. I used to love this pattern. When back in the days, this was like the pattern when you were worrying about like, I have to be menacing, I have to be look the part as well. We got type 3 right here. I actually don't understand why we actually have type 8 on top and then the lower ones up there. Usually goes to 1, 2, 3, 4 and then all the way to the, you know, the numbers are kind of like misaligned. Usually the numbers go up instead of going down. All right, type 2 right here. Highly reflective surfaces as well. Kind of looks like it's a window. Man, I love these exhaust ports right here, where the engine trail is going to be, or at least I'm hoping the engine trail is going to be there. Okay, and type 1. Very, very old in its material type, I'm guessing. And then lastly, the veteran. And some of you might not have access to the veteran. That has to do with me purchasing the game, and this is one of the benefits. You can have like a different material types than normal on your ships. Very, very cool. Now obviously you can actually mismatch components. You can have like a different hull, different saucer section, different nacelles. All of them are customizable to your liking. Now obviously I am going to cancel all of the changes. I'm going to start up another client and do a comparison between these two, And the one ship that I'm going to use is the Lucari Scout ship, the Triangle or Dorito, whatever you guys call it these days, and see what kind of size this thing has in comparison to that. So I'll be right back again. So as you guys know, I'm going to give you guys a perspective right here from space. Now this is the Scout ship, the Dorito, the Triangle ship from the Lucari. This is how it compares to this particular ship. It is a little bit bigger than the Lucari Scout ship, so it's definitely like a you know, it's not an escort because that's a little bit smaller, but this is just a little bit bigger than an escort, somewhere between that, and this is how it compares. I mean, if we line it up. If I can line it perfectly up, there. It's like 1 1/4, 1.5-ish longer than the Dorito. It's not bigger though. It's like the surface, you know, from the sorry, from the top all the way to the bottom of this ship. It's basically the same in length. So it's not, it is definitely a pancake design. Let's just keep it like that. All right. The way it is handling in its maneuvers, I'm going to give you guys the statistics. Now do understand that all of these statistics are based on my particular character. You guys can have like a totally different outcome of numbers right here. But as it stands, right here, you get a turning rate, turning degrees right here in 20.8 degrees per second, flight speed of 20.28. But that obviously has to do with, you know, my particular skills and abilities and all that into consideration. I'm also having a new endeavor. Critical chance, shield hardness. Guess what I'm going to get? Yeah. But anyway, this is all about this ship. So we do a little bit of like a summary of whatever this ship is all about. So we got 5 weapons on the front. We got 3 on the back, on the aft, and we have just the normal deflector, shield, warp slots. And also for the engines, room for 3 devices you can put up here. We have 2 engineering, 3 science for the normal one, the upgraded version for the fleet. You get an extra science console slot, so you're going to get 4. And room for 5 tactical console slots. So, you know, if you want to increase your damage overall, you know, based on energy or kinetic torpedoes, you have room for 5 of these console slots right here. I do want to showcase visuals, but that's going to take a long time because as it is currently in the game, there are like 50 visuals, so I'm not going to spend that much time displaying visuals for you guys. I do apologize for that, but it's just going to be a very, very, very long video, maybe 2 hours. Nobody's going to see that, so I do apologize for that. The bridge officer stations I am definitely going to showcase. So we got a lieutenant universal station, so you can put everybody up there, science, tactical, or in my case science, but also engineering, science, or tactical, sorry. You have a commander tactical / temporal ops up here. Do I have a temporal operative? Are you temporal operative? You are, but you don't have any. You are not. What is... Okay. No, I don't have any... I don't have any tactical temporal operatives right there, but so you have this one already covered, commander tactical and a temporal op right here. You also have a lieutenant tactical and a temporal op, so temporal twice as special abilities goes for your bridge officers, and a lieutenant engineering station for, you know, for all of your engineering abilities. And last, you have a Lieutenant Commander Science Station right here for all of your science abilities. What else can I show you guys? The information right here for the Universal Console. When you activate this console, your ship will launch quantum blaze projectiles at foes in front of you for several seconds. These projectiles entangle their quantum signature with particle inside of your foe's shields, allowing them to bypass shielding entirely and explode in a large area with each impact. I'm kind of really want to see what this thing is all about, because that might be interesting visually. This console also provides a passive boost to phaser, plasma, polaron, and disruptor. We got the Klingons variant up here. Direct energy waste, weapon damage based on your faction, and starship exotic particle generator. This console may be equipped in any console slot on any starship, but only one of these consoles at any given time. So you're going to get plus 15% to phaser direct energy weapon damage, and also 21.4 starship exotic particle generator. This numbers is not going to change based on your your choices and your decision that you have made with your captain. This is just, the default amount of numbers, but all of the other ones do change. Spam an area in front of you with high damage projectiles. 2-minute recharge, 90-degree targeting cone, 10-kilometer range. Bombards random foes in your front arc 16 times in 8 seconds. Wow, that's a lot. With an X amount of radiation damage, 3-kilometer radius, that's going to ignore the shield. Activating an exotic damage ability will grant 4% in firing cycle haste for energy-based weapons for the next 10 seconds. So definitely going to need some exotic damage abilities for yourself to get this 4% bonus. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to show you is, or the next part that I'm going to show you is the Admiralty card. So let me just look that up real quick. Okay, so I got the Hoover. It's basically the same as the Edison, because there were 2 variants of these things as a template that you could choose from, but this is basically the same ship. The Temporal Warship, tier 6, 2 stars in its rarity, so you got 20 for engineering, 58 for tactical, and 30 for science, with 18 hours in cooldown, plus 10 in tactical per science ship. And after use, it's going to go into maintenance for the next 18 hours. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase the small bridge just to make one person happy. And this is the bridge right here. The Aquarius Bridge. Kind of looks very spacious for a small ship. But as you guys know, the ship bridge, it's not really part of the ship in its scale. Because this entire bridge should be, the circumference of the entire ship, so it's not really cool. Or at least it is cool, but it's not really, up to scale. I just went over this on the other side. So this is, the Aquarius Bridge, kind of really big. It has its own transporter room right here, so you can basically beam in and out of this bridge right here at the aft section. So very cool, very cool, very cool, very nice. Anyway, that's it for this part. I'm going to take this thing into battle. Now, I do apologize before I go to battle. The battle that I normally do is not like, you know, how to set up this ship and how to be overpowered with this particular ship. I'm just showing this ship as it comes out of the box. I know that some of you are really not interested in, you know, seeing this ship, how it performs, you know, subpar. But it is what it is coming out of the box. You can definitely enhance this particular ship to be more powerful in a particular area. If you want to do science abilities or you want to go tactical abilities with the ship, there is enough room for you to you know, to make it better. But I'm just showing it how the ship comes out of the box, and as you guys know, my skills are non-existing in space. You know, so, you know, take that for what it is, and I'll be right back with some kind of patrol mission that I'm going to do. So before I go into the patrol mission, I do want to quickly give you guys an introduction to this molecular deconstruction beam, what it is all about. So you got 3 different modes that you can enter. You can basically go offensive, defensive, or support. I highly recommend you guys going to support, because you're going to get for tanks and stuff like that, is you're going to get lower weapon damage, but all of the other ones are going to increase. Let's say control expertise, you want to group up stuff, or exotic damage, or maximum auxiliary power. This is definitely for, you know, for tanks are really cool, or basically not just for tanks, but more for science. You can actually use these, you know, because you're not going to use energy based weapon damage anyway. For science abilities, you're going to use, you know, other abilities that are based on science. So you definitely need an increasement in auxiliary damage, and also in exotic damage, and also control expertise for your gravity wells and stuff like that. So another one is for the defensive configuration. So you're going to get maximum or increasement in maximum shield power, in incoming hull healing. So this is more for tanks, for engineers amongst us. And also a reduction in flight speed and turn rate. That's definitely, you know, beneficial for the tanks amongst us. So you kind of want to be stationary for all of the threat to be generated towards you. So, you know, so that's definitely cool for the engineer. And for the tactical amongst us, so maximum engine power, you know, for the escorts, you know, you want to, you know, get in there, do your damage, and then, you know, zwoof out as it is. Also flight speed and turn rate, definitely beneficial for the escort, because you really want to point your ship towards your enemy and, you know, dish out all of your damage this way. So for each and every one, there is a certain, you know, activatable buff that you can do. Now for this particular ship, I'm definitely going to go the offensive ability button right here, and then I'm going to do the configuration for the offensive. And after all of these 6 slots have been filled, you can actually use this. This is like an overpowered button, the scaling physical damage over time, and also heals hull and disables your enemy. So you can use this thing, dealing physical damage every seconds for the next 5 seconds. You're going to get hull healing, and also to the foe, these guys are going to be disabled for the foreseeable small amount of future. So I am going to head over to this particular mission, the Argala Wanted Patrol mission. Now, I do want to say that the particular setup that I have right here is not good. Don't use this in your endeavors in STO. Let me activate this, and I'm just going to try to do as much damage as I can towards these enemies. I have them in a hotbar right here. Oh, we got a little bit of a lag, lots of lag. Oh, because the endeavors kicked in. Wow, that is really big lag. The endeavors kicked in at 12 o'clock. And we had like lots and lots of lag. Alright, so I am using this particular ship as a cruiser. That's not good. I should be stationary right here in front of this guy and then dish out all of the DPSs that I can do and keep my forward shield up. That's basically how you fly a escort. Well, you shouldn't be stationary. You just be swooping in and then swooping out, obviously. So I do have them in a key binding that I normally use, but on this guy I'm going to use this one in 3, 2. No, you know what? I want to group you guys together, and then use this one in 3, 2, 1. Activate. Whoa! Whoa! Look at this. I like it. Wow, lots of visuals. Oh. Give me some heals. Alright, let's do some damage. I'm basically gonna die up here. You can die first. What's the next? Cruiser right here. Where are my heals? I want my heals. Okay, let's use this guy. Now I am running a balanced power to everything, so I'm not doing enough damage to these guys, but as you guys can see, it is handling itself. Very good, very nice. And that is what it counts at the end, obviously. Yeah, you hold them there while I'll do lots and lots of damage. Yeah. Wait a minute, don't I have tractor beam? No. Yes, good. We did good. Now we got the carriers. Now I am going to move out a little bit because I want to give this thing, the entangled quantum bombardment, a little bit of time to be available again for the next 30 seconds, so we can fire it again against the enemy. And I'm actually going to record this demo. Record. What is this thing called again? Bombardment. And here we go. This thing is active. Now let me just gravity well you. And then here we go in 3, 2, 1, active. It is going on random everywhere, but I am liking the visuals. I do enjoy that part. Hello, give me that. Okay, that guy's dead. You can actually use the molecular deconstruction beam to dish out like that. 10k, 11k, 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 and this guy should be dead. Almost. Okay, this guy is next. My heals are not up yet. There is a little bit of heal. Come on, die already. Jesus. The big carrier. Whoa. I almost died right there. Polarized hull, a little bit of hull healing, shield healing, it's all good. Now this guy should die anytime soon. Come on, die already. There we go. Okay, now we got the little ones to take care of. Gravity well is definitely cool. We got another big carrier right there. You can die. And then now it's your turn. Nice. Yep, you're dead. You are dead, you are dead. Everybody's dead. Yeah, you hold him in place while I'll fire torpedo at the guy. Now, molecular deconstruction to this guy. And then dish out all of the damage that I'm able to, including this special ability that are just going to bypass everything. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Special ability is really cool. Nice. That was the introduction to this thing, the review about this particular vessel. As you guys saw, even with not having a particular good set of skills, I am able to, you know, to dish out a little bit of damage, even though my piloting skills are not up to par. It's not a bad ship. It's not a bad looking ship. Is it worth the 4.6 or 8k in 8,000 Zen? I have to say I'm kind of torn. I mean, if you are definitely a person that enjoys escort warships in the game, and don't get me wrong, there is so much potential for this thing. It has 5 tactical console slots, so you can definitely overpower this ship to be, you know, to dish out an extreme amount of damage DPS towards your enemy. But is it worth that much Zen? I don't know. I'm torn. There's nothing special about this ship that makes me like, hey, that is very, very cool, and for this particular reason I want it. This universal console is okay. It's not that bad. It's not that good. It does give you phaser damage. It does give you EPG, so, you know, exotic damage definitely. But do you want to spend that much resources and just to obtain this particular console and this particular mastery? 10% in firing cycle haste for the next 20 seconds, and it does not even state if this thing actually stacks up. And also 5% in bonus to phaser, polaron, plasma, and disruptor based on your faction for the next 20 seconds. I don't know. I think it's just too much money for this particular ship. Maybe the fleet variant has a little bit of more appeal to people, but I would say it's a little bit too much resources for this particular layout. Even though you can definitely, you know, do more you know, tactical damage if you put your bridge officer right here, because this is a universal slot, so you can have tactical and then tactical and then tactical and then engineering and science. But as you guys know, with, you know, escorts or warship these days, survivability is definitely going to be an issue. I'm not saying that this thing cannot survive with the right equipment, right traits, right bridge officer and bridge officer abilities. This thing can survive a lot. But is this something for, you know, for the rookies amongst us, for people that actually just joined to obtain? I would say no. But that is just my opinion, you guys. If you have the resources and you are really looking into, you know, what this ship is all about, just go for it, and then, you know, see where it gets you if you have the resources. If you are learning low on resources and you want to, you know, spend your resources well, think about it. It's not really, you know, might not be for you in this particular case. Now, I am interested to see that the engine wake is coming out of these ducts right here. Nice. Very cool. Anyway, that's it for this review, this video. Hope you guys had a little bit of knowledge coming out of it. Hope you guys, based on this video, can make a decision if this is something for you or not. That's it for me. There's nothing more to cover about this ship, so I'm gonna say thank you, and I would love to see you guys on the next video. For now, take care and later.